Welcome to the Clean Slate with your hosts, Daniel Garza and Carson Phillips, providing you with movie news, reviews, and more. Sit back, relax, and don't forget to go to the concessions to get your popcorn and drinks. For your entertainment, this is the Clean Slate Podcast.
Welcome. You just do it. You do it. I don't want to do this anymore. You do it. I quit, you know? You just do the intro. I'm through with it.
You're crazy.
Let's see if you do any better.
You want me to? All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Clean Slate Podcast. I am your host, Daniel Garza. And we have another guy here, Carson Phillips. Yeah. You forget about me all the time as your host. Crazy work.
I forget about
Anyway,
it.
guys, welcome to the month of September, guys. This is the last month of our season 3. So we're technically in season 3 finale. Guys, we are reviewing summer movies this month. Movies that have kind of just released throughout the year, but mainly in the summer months.
There's been some good ones.
There's been a lot of good ones, and I think we're starting off with a great one. I think A24 they're pretty overrated now sometimes. They have like a lot of...
The generational run came to an end, and now it's like...
Now it's becoming way more mainstream.
Are we just a big studio now?
Yeah, exactly. I was just looking into that movie Opus by them, and I was like, oh, because we were planning our...
It looks decent.
Huh?
It looks
It got like a 38% on Rotten Tomatoes.
And then what was the unicorn one with Paul Rudd? Have you seen that
Oh,
one?
Death of a Unicorn.
Looks bad.
I watched that. It's pretty...
I'm going to watch
pretty
it.
Dumb.
Okay.
It's all right. It's entertaining. I'll give it that.
I still like A24. I think they still put out some interesting
And
films.
for the reason why is this movie right here called Friendship.
Yes.
Came out actually... No, it didn't.
2024.
IMDb said it came out 2024.
Yeah, it says that, but I think its wide release was this year.
Oh, I was about
I know
to
that for a
say. I was
fact.
like,
It came
dude,
out
this
like a few
movie was
months
just
ago.
in theaters like a month ago. Like, what?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
no, you're good. You're not slipping through time right now.
I was like, did we screw this up? No, I think a lot of times...
No, there's
with
a lot
these
of movies
indie
like that
movies,
had, like,
they get
their premiere.
released early on before, what Carson said, a wide release. So, okay, guys. Good movie here. I mean, at least I think it's good. Starring Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd, Kate Mara, and then also Jack Dylan Grazer from It. I don't know if you remembered him.
Is it the son?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he might have been in the Chucky TV show as well, but I could be wrong.
I couldn't tell you.
Don't quote me on that.
Anyway, all right, guys. So here's the log line for this movie. A suburban dad falls hard for his charismatic new neighbor.
Wow. This is kind of how we met.
I mean...
I'm Paul Rudd, obviously.
Okay. No.
And then you came into my life, and then like you took over friendship with me, and then Bronson.
Yeah, Bronson actually is what kind of brought us together. If anything, Bronson is the Tim Robinson.
Yeah, bleep his name out. Please.
No, I'm leaving that in there. I want all the smoke.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
fine. All right, cut that out.
No, keep it in. Just bleep
his
it.
name. Okay. All right, Carson, give him a little rundown of this movie. Also, I did the intro flawlessly, so your job's not hard.
Did you? Anyways, this film, like Daniel said, is a very weird film. It is very in the same vein as Tim Robinson's other comedic efforts. So if you've seen... Wow, I just talked about this. What was the name of that stupid show? Detroiters is a one. What's the other one, though? I Think You Should Leave.
Okay.
Yeah, which is very odd sketch comedy humor, and it feels like a very expanded version of that. And so Tim Robinson's character, he's weird, and he's obsessed with Paul Rudd, but he's kind of getting, like, for the first time in his life, male companionship and, like, feeling seen, and he's kind of like the cool older cousin vibe almost. Like, he just sees, like, oh, I want to emulate this man and be cool like him. And you kind of notice later on that a lot of that is fraud. It's not actually, he's not really that cool. He's just a normal dude. But Tim Robinson's character kind of worships him, and it causes an unraveling in his life with his wife, his son, and things were already bad. Clearly, he's not that invested in those relationships, but he's very invested in this friendship.
Yeah.
And things get crazy when they kind of have a friend breakup. Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, but that's essentially the plot.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into likes and dislikes. Guys, by the way, this is probably the last time we're going to do our format like this. We're changing some things up.
We're changing.
For the podcast, but
we're getting rid of one of us. We're voting right now.
We're voting.
It has to be unanimous.
It has to be unanimous. I vote Carson because he started his own new podcast.
Me too, yeah. Worse than this one. So much
That's
worse.
not true. You have more
So much
followers
harder.
than we do.
Yeah, but you get to. I don't have an editor. It's me. I hate it. I love that you edit this. Yeah, I hate it. I despise editing.
Anyway, okay, guys. So likes and dislikes. First of all, this movie I thought was a really different kind of take. Like, it is Tim Robinson at the heart of it. Just I've seen some of his sketches on social. Like, I haven't watched the show before that he's like really known for.
The one about horse penises is golden.
Okay. So, but this movie, I felt like it was a good piece of original, like, kind of content of just like this lesser than friend, or person really kind of getting obsessed with a new neighbor. And because he is kind of outcasted.
Bro, you know who this is? You have to bleep this name, okay?
Okay. Oh.
That's Tim Robinson.
Yes. I thought you said my mother-in-law's name. Anyway, so I think this movie is like really comedic, and for someone who doesn't like know a lot of Tim Robinson, I thought this was just like super enjoyable to just like he's got this weird like, you know, he tries so hard, but then when he like obviously fails to be cool or fails to fit in, or he just like flies off the hinges. And it's hilarious. And then the story itself is pretty good. I think there's some weird kind of movements in the story, like when his wife gets lost and then she like
so
goes away from him, and then she like wants to move out and all this type of thing. That was like a weird kind of like diverge from
side diversion.
Yeah, from the actual movie. But overall, I mean, I really enjoyed this movie. I think everybody does really well in this movie. Anyway, I had something, but I'm going to save it for my dislikes.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I agree. I think this movie's really funny. I was watching this in bed while Alyssa was next to me, and I kept laughing, and I was like, oh, am I keeping you up? Because I should watch this somewhere else. Because it's really funny. It also makes you really anxious and uncomfy, which is kind of a characteristic of Tim Robinson's humor. Paul Rudd, that's not really his humor, but I think he plays well in the same environment, like as a foil to Tim Robinson's character. Some of the bits feel painfully long, and I actually enjoy that, though. Like, it's intentional for the kind of atmosphere they're creating. Because you might not be laughing out loud that much, to be honest, because it's a dark comedy, really.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that. Like, if that's something that you're into, you're really going to love this. It also has interesting commentary on friendship and maybe insecurities that people might have, like balding, you know, and like other issues. So yeah, it actually is a smart movie. I think the commentary on Marvel movies is kind of funny too. The new Marvel. I'm going to see the new Marvel.
I heard it's nuts. That's what he says.
Do you hear that? Someone is screaming outside.
Really?
Let me take a look real quick. I'm not. This isn't a bit. Okay. Well, I'm glad we're not recording Halloween right now because that was weird. But yeah, overall, I think it's a really funny movie. It's enjoyable. If you haven't seen it, it's like Daniel was telling me, it's an easy watch, and it is. And you can put this on in the background, put it on before you go to bed. It's a good time.
Agreed. All right, let's get into some of our dislikes.
Yeah,
I
have so many. This movie sucks.
I was gonna say I don't have too many dislikes, just a couple. Paul Rudd, I think, isn't actually amazing in this role. I think somebody actually could have done better than Paul Rudd.
I think anyone could have done that role.
Yeah,
personally. I like Paul Rudd. Don't get me wrong.
Me too.
But he's just
But here's the deal. I also feel like I get lost in a lot of Paul Rudd's movies. Like, I don't love Paul Rudd, like, as a standalone, like, main actor. Like, Ant-Man movies, didn't really like him. But he's good as a supporting actor.
He's not a good leading man for you.
And I think that kind of follows suit in here. Because he almost becomes, what's his name from Anchorman? Like, it was almost like a more
he changed
grounded version of Ron Burgundy.
Yeah. Well, he requested his character have a different name because originally he was going to also be Brian or something like that.
Oh,
which
really?
Is his character in Anchorman.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he's like, I don't want people to get confused.
I don't know how people would get confused, but yeah,
I don't know if audiences are that dumb, but they might.
It was a more grounded version of that, which I mean, that in itself, I think, just means that it wasn't that great of maybe a role, or just he wasn't that great in the position of it. I've already kind of talked about the diversion of Kate Mara's like thing, but I think there's
her adventure.
Yeah, there's random parts in here where like Jack Dylan, Grazer, like when they do like the kiss on the lips like thing, he's like, you guys are kissing on the lips now. It's funny, but it's so random. It's just like, all right. And then the ending, like the entire like. Because the whole scene with like her being lost, and then all of a sudden now they're having a party, and then now they're all saying like how much they love her. I think just in general, like the whole community is behind her being back, and they love her, and all this type of thing. But you really don't get much of Tammy in this film, like really at all. And for them to have like a 10-15 minute scene of them praising her and being like, "You're the best," it was like I don't know. It kind of seemed really odd to me.
Yeah.
Also, I just don't like Kate Mara.
Whoa. For me, I think this is touching on what you're saying, is the nature of like sketch comedy is to have these open-ended little stories that have like a punchline maybe, and especially with Tim Robinson, it's like this awkward punchline, right? And this movie almost feels like multiple... And I don't think he wrote this or directed this, obviously, but it has multiple moments where it feels like little like sketch comedy going on, and then it is somehow tying to a bigger plot. And I don't know if that really works completely well the way it should. It almost feels like this you can see that there's a sketch here, there's a sketch there, and we just have to keep this one plot going on. Like her kissing her son on the lips, that feels like its own sketch, right? Or like her being obsessed with hanging out with her ex-boyfriend who's a fireman, who's buff. That's funny as a sketch, right? So some of it works better in that lane, where if you almost ignore the overall plot of the film, it works better that way. So yeah, I think that's really my complaint. And that's a lot of the SNL alumni films, I feel like, have that same issue, where you can tell these people are coming from the world of sketch comedy, which is really quick and fast with the jokes, right? But extending it for an entire story arc where you also have to be invested in these characters is tricky to do. Like, I don't care about Tim Robinson. I don't care about any character in this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's hard to pull that off. I don't think I could do it either. So that's...
Well, I mean, to your point, I would say the only person that's come out of sketches that has done well has been Jordan Peele. Like, right, he's drastically gone to a different genre.
He's a different genre, though.
And succeeded entirely through it. And so, yeah, maybe... I don't know. I think Tim Robinson's amazing this film, and he plays his character, like, super well and really funny. I was, like, engaged and cringing at the same time. It kind of felt like a Hot Rod movie to me.
I would love a follow-up.
Yeah. So anyway, this movie...
Maybe make it a little bit dark. I think it could be darker, too.
Yeah.
I think it could go in a darker direction.
Probably. Anyway, but yeah, I give this movie... You might be shocked here, but I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Like, I really did enjoy this movie.
I give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, so it's a great film. It's an easy watch. The pacing, I feel like, isn't bad at all, because I think Tim Robinson goes from... like one thing to the next, and he's like funny. Even like to when he's
his
buying
body
his
movements are super
phone.
Funny too.
Yes, you're right. But like even to like the smaller scenes,
like the
when
physical comedy is great.
Like my favorite scene is where he does like he licks the frog and like has like an acid trip, but it's him just ordering Subway.
He goes to Subway.
It's like the frog ripped me
I
off.
was like, oh, this is like really trippy and interesting, and it was just Paul Rudd, old, working at Subway.
This is so
For why?
funny. It's
There was
like,
literally no purpose
How
of that.
was the trip? He was like, I was at Subway. He was like, did anything happen? No, I was ordering a sandwich.
The frog shows you what it's going to show you, man.
Anyway, guys, any other last thoughts on this movie?
No, but I feel like if you and I did the frog, I would go to Subway and you would have some
I would probably
crazy
have a
like
crazy,
experience, and I'd be bummed.
Yeah,
And I'd be like, bro, I literally just like ate a Subway sandwich.
exactly. All right, cool, guys. Well, that is the first movie of our summer movie hits. We got a couple more good ones coming your way. Things like F1. I think we're doing weapons, and also I don't know what the last one is. So yeah, guys, we're ending on a bang
Corps.
here, and yeah, we're excited for our new season coming along. So guys, make sure you stay up to date. We're going to be announcing some fun things. But yeah, if you haven't yet, go subscribe, go follow us, go rate our podcast on wherever you can find a podcast. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next episode. Peace.
That's a clean slate.